Hi guys, this is Ace.
And I am Yash, the main speaker of AS Events. It is a pretty known fact that all of you enjoy playing Roblox. But have you ever wondered how your Roblox games come into action? Well, this is because of the work done by the QA testers. In today's event, we have brought together a few QA testers from a platform who are going to be talking about how the quality assurance process goes around over Roblox.
Enjoy the event.
Valiant Community QA Team, which was formerly called the Roblox Community QA Team, QA testers of Robloxia, and Roblox DevRel QA Team is an exclusive Roblox group that houses experienced volunteer QA testers who worked in conjunction with the Roblox Developer Relations Department to provide secure quality assurance as a free service to Roblox developers and upcoming Roblox events. The group was run by volunteer QA managers and was formerly run by a Roblox admin. All members of the group had signed legal non disclosure agreements with Roblox Corporation, which enforced strict secrecy of the work they did to prevent leaks. Group membership applications were given on an invite only basis through the Discord server. The group also hosted large testing sessions which were open to the public through their Discord server. The avatar shop items, Valiant Valkyrie of testing and Valiant Top Hat of testing, were exclusively given as rewards to members of this group who displayed outstanding efforts in testing games over an extended period of time. On April 21st, 2022, following a decrease of activity in the server and the departure of Hippie of Doom, the QA managers announced that the group would be discontinued effective immediately. The group was originally founded in 2017 to provide quality assurances to Roblox affiliated event experiences like the Egg Hunt of 2018, the Great Yoke Tales. The group is also credited for its role in helping Roblox Corporation to become a consistently trusted platform for metaverse experiences and branded content for global advertisers. Players could originally apply to be part of the group through the developer forum. Until October 2021, testers who made outstanding contributions in testing games over the past month were awarded the thoroughly tested hat of QA and the bug free uniform of testing as part of the Tester of the Month program. The Tester of the Month program was also used during months of frequent testing to acknowledge outstanding testers for their efforts. As of October 2021, the Tester of the Month program was put on hold due to the opening of NDA applications to all members, potentially leading to aggressive competition, with the only reward being the thoroughly tested hat of QA. From October 2021 to December 2021, the system for group applications was revised, and the previous reward items were replaced by the Valiant Valkyrie of testing and the Valiant Top Hat of testing. The group was discontinued on April 21, 2022. Credits to the Roblox fandom for the details of this program.
QA is an abbreviation for the full term quality assurance. Quality assurance is the act of ensuring quality in a game, experience, or other form of product. Picture this. When a game releases, some players may often come across many different issues, glitches, or other bugs during their gameplay. QA can help prevent this by having a team of dedicated testers explore their game and thoroughly note down any issues they may come across. It's this feedback that is then given to the developers of the product in order to make adjustments to the product to assure its quality. QA mainly comes into play for major experiences on the Roblox platform that ideally generate a large audience. When you have many players that are about to join, let's say, a concert experience, you wouldn't want the performer to stand still as a T-pose. You'd want to see them moving around and acting pretty lively. QA can help prevent issues from these experiences prior to their release to ensure that the show's performance is as best as possible for everyone to enjoy. However, QA doesn't always have to be for these major experiences. If you are a developer and you have an experience, whether big or small, and you wanted to make sure that your potential player base has the best experiences possible, a team of QA testers would be very beneficial to have. QA is never limited to large games and experiences, but it should be a necessity for the development process of all experiences everywhere.
The QA program was a program founded in 2017 for the Roblox platform. In this program, any users who joined the Discord group could volunteer as public QA testers. Developers, if they wish to have their game tested, could send an application to have it tested by either NDA users or by public testers. NDA stands for Non-Disclosure Agreement, which is a legally binding contract all applicants had to sign before becoming NDA verified. To keep an order to the testing system, developers who wish to have their game professionally tested could apply to conduct an NDA-only test. As a well-known group, this all provided an effective space for developers to get assistance for their games. Any successful program must have healthy order to the system, and the QA program was no different. To make sure all games being sent in were worth testing, all games had to reach certain requirements before being considered for testing. On top of this, developers could request their game to be tested by NDA-verified testers only. To apply to become an NDA tester, players had to show activeness and dedication in tests. Once their hard work got noticed, they'd be granted the active tester role, which gave them access to the NDA application. To keep things orderly and professional, players had to reach certain requirements before being considered for NDA verification. Since the NDA prevented users from disclosing information that they learned during these NDA-only tests, it provided a safe place of professionalism that all developers could look up to. The most prominent and essential part of testing is thoroughness. No game is without error, and it is your job to have the dedication to locate these bugs. Every menu, every location, and every item should be tested. Most importantly, how all of these topics work together. While certain features may work entirely fine alone, pairing it with other features could easily cause errors. Every feature in a game is part of that game. Therefore, all parts should smoothly work together to make that game what it is. Every inch of the map should be examined for any misplacements. Often, objects will be placed inside each other and cause clipping within the map. Due to these errors being very easy to miss and very easy to cause while developing the game, thoroughness must be put into searching the map for these errors. Not every bug will be clear alone, but it will become much more obvious and easier with other players. QA testing is a team sport. Work together to test at your best potential. Not all bugs can be found alone.
Hey, I'm Horace Cap. Well, one of the things I like to do when I'm going into a game to test it is just play through the game, just normally. This could just be going through the normal gameplay route they were hoping you would, or just playing it constantly to see any bugs, But, unless you're told otherwise. Like, if you're told to test a specific mechanic, you definitely want to be testing that, as that's what they want you to be doing at the time. But if not, that's perfectly fine. And after you're done doing that, just go out of your way to find, more specific bugs that you might not come across in your normal playthrough. And there's some more common errors I seem to just see while testing games, especially when they're just newer projects. This could be just something as simple as floating objects, unanchored things, accidental invisible walls, and just overall bad gameplay mechanics. Of course, you'll just want to report these to them if told to do so, as it can really help the game feel better to play, not only for you, but for other people. And with the gameplay, it could be something as simple as the double jump just feeling utterly terrible to use, the sprint making the game feel a little bit too fast for what it's meant to be, or the tutorial just not making something vital obvious. This could be something like it not telling you a very vital mechanic about the game, or just not thoroughly explaining it properly in a way that just doesn't work. It could also be translation errors, depending on if it's a company made by a different language. But it just needs to be reported properly. You can report it if you just feel like it looks bad or doesn't work well. But I would definitely recommend making sure you go out of your way to tell them how you think it should be done, On the double jump, if you think you should be able to go slightly higher with it to be able to get onto different edges, you should state that you think it should go up 1 to 2 studs higher or something, as it can really help the developers get a feeling of what you're trying to get the double jump to do.
Hi, I'm Nani, and I'm gonna talk about the importance of testing games um, for a game that is already to the public and for games that have to be released soon or something like that. And I will talk about the importance of testing in general, okay? So, the importance of testing games goes beyond just the gameplay. It also helps in the development and understanding of the developer. It helps you understand why, how, and where the bugs are, as well as to find and understand solutions. Basically, with your testing games, you will help the studio developers, the company, to understand where are the bugs, maybe where are the problems you have while playing a game. Maybe you find a book like playing normally and then you suddenly you can't walk, for example. That's a book or that's an error. So if you find a book like, for example, let's say you're playing a role play game, for example, and you have a pet, but you can't equip your pet. That's a book. You have to report this. So it's basically you have to help the developers, the studio, the company, whatever, um, to find where the books are. And then the developers will, obviously, they will fix the book, and then the players, the public players, or whatever who wants to play the game, will play it book free. I think book free. Yeah. So, for example, you can find a block where it should not be on the block, or even find a typo in the UI, as well as the errors in the console path. With you reporting those book, the developers will know what's the problem, and you will become part of the solution. That's very important because um, we are here to help each other. You know, maybe we have testers who like testing because they will know more games, maybe because they like to help each other, and that's okay. I mean, that's really, really fine, and I really like it, to be honest. Probably, testing game is one of the final points of the development of a game. And even if it's one of the last points, it's not diminished its importance. Because when the game comes out, the player will be able to enjoy a smooth gameplay where there's no errors. Or well, if there are, very few. Many developers have problems with their experiences because of bugs. This is where testers come in. They help as much as they can to make the game more fun and smooth. That's our job. Like, it's not a job itself, but that's how we do, or that's what we do to help developers. Our main vision is to help developers to find their game more smooth or um, more fun, because I know some players, if they find a lot of bugs in the gameplay, they will get worried, and they they won't be playing the game like they want. So it's probably one of the last points. It's really, really interesting to understand why we are here to help. It's important not just for the developers. It's not important just for ourselves. It's important to for the players, because the players are the main focus. Because we want the player to have a good gameplay. We want the player to have the good and fun and smooth experience playing a game. So many games you see on Roblox have their own team of testers who help them identify where the bugs are and how to fix them. Ultimately, the significance of testing games is unrivaled in its ability to help both developers and potential players see the end a fun experience with a little books as possible. That's why testing games are very important. So I hope you understand why. If you have any questions, you can give me some questions. I don't know. I hope you understand why it's important to test games. Um, that's all of mine. Bye.
I have always had a firm belief that while it's easily overlooked, quality assurance is an essential part of the game development process. But it's also one that's unique as it allows the developer to
kind of have a direct line of contact with their targeted audience. Gamers, players, maybe even others with development experience, they all have the ability to give the developer feedback, bug reports, and fair criticism for their game. And on the grander scale side of things, it's imperative to realize that the process of QA plays a big role in ensuring that a game is released in the best state it can possibly be. That is, with as few bugs and as catered toward the targeted audience as possible. For example, if you're creating like a story puzzle kind of game, you're going to need QA testers to determine, say, if the progression is fair, if it makes sense, if the puzzles are possible, or even if there's some kind of game-breaking glitch that prevents you from beating it or from progressing in the first place. As a developer, you would know firsthand how the game should progress, where you need to go, what you need to grab, where you need to bring this thing, where you need to put it here. But the key is to figure out how clear that's made to the player, just enough that it's not holding their hand throughout the entire game. And I believe having a team of proper QA testers is an essential part of making such a game playable, fair, and most importantly, fun. Now, I can confidently say, and truly say, that the Roblox Community QA program was an amazing resource for any developers on the platform. It allowed the developer to schedule a time in a day to have their experience tested. Everyone in the server would get a ping that this person or this group is looking to have this experience tested in 1 hour. And then anyone in the server could join in, try to find bugs, ways to improve on it, whatever comes to mind, really. And they can provide that feedback directly to the developer in a Discord thread dedicated entirely to their testing session and their experience. This not only allows all the feedback to come in at once in a single and easy to read format, but it also allows the developer to look back on the thread later and try to tackle the reports provided to them. Best of all, it was all completely free, and I believe that shows that the program has always had the developer and their experience in mind first. And I believe that's what made it stand out from simply having a paid or even a volunteer dedicated community team, QA team, being that was an absolutely free, incredible, and invaluable resource that anybody could access. So it's a real shame that it had to come to an end not only to us testers, but in any developers around the metaverse in need of good quality assurance services.
Hello, my name is Animalbot99. Unfortunately, I was not part of the distinguished QA team, but my good friend Arnav asked me to share some thoughts on their work anyways. As you've heard from previous speakers, I hope you could already paint an image in mind with how valuable the work of the QA team was. I'm sure there isn't anything more I could say on them that wasn't said already. Rather, I am here to speak on their legacy that we could already see not even a month later from the group closing. Their legacy has provided an opportunity for developers to reach out to them and have someone test their game for any bugs or player feedback. As valuable as that is, it's surely not something that is going away anytime soon. Many QA groups have popped up since the official QA group closed, whether they're made up of the official QA members or others wanting to get into the dedication of QA testing. It looks as though if the trend continues, there will no doubt be quite a few groups one could choose from for QA testers. Despite the sadness the closing of the group brought to many, it gave extra emphasis on the importance of QA testing as a whole. Once the group closed, it was all everyone talked about, and the discussion came up on what QA testers did exactly, while expanding upon their importance to the community and all the official events on Roblox. The hours they dedicated were shared by many other group members, as well as the memories they made with their time in the group. To all the QA testers past, present, and future, thank you for your hard work. Don't let anything drag you down, and always keep pushing onwards.
It's very unfortunate for me to see such a beneficial program get shut down. There were a lot of incredible memories I generated during my time with the Valiant QA community. So many fun behind-the-scenes games we tested, funny moments during our monthly syncs. and seeing everyone perform to such a talented and skilled degree. This program really had a lot of lasting benefits on all of us, not just as testers, but as friends. I've grown a lot over the years, and even though it seems like the time has been cut short, I'm a very proud believer in the fact that our valiant family will still hold forever strong with our passion and our friendships. To this day, we still hang out as friends, and it's really nice to see through all the challenges that we can still hold strong together. For all the public testers and aspiring testers though, and pretty much all testers, this will never be the end of your journey. The skills you've gained throughout your time here is incredible, and it can definitely be applied to future careers of interest. There's still developer groups out there who could use QA teams, and even if not, your sharp skills of being able to find bugs and provide quality feedback can be applied to any real-life task. So keep your head up. There's plenty more out there to discover, and though this program has come to an end, we've all got so much to be proud of. Stay valiant, my friends.
The Roblox Community QA program was something I was very passionate about. It's where I was able to grow both as a tester and as a person. It's where I met what I consider to be my second family. And it's where, most importantly, I was able to take on QA work, really, despite it being volunteer. It was something that I had in the back of my mind for a while, but I never really got a fair opportunity to really put that hidden passion to the test, except in a unique environment like this, where I was able to use my years and years of gaming experience, about, I want to say a little over 7 years on Roblox even. I was able to use that experience being part of the targeted audience that developers want. And I was able to be part of a great free program, helping developers push out an amazing experience as clean and bug-free as possible. Not only to give developers kind of that peace of mind that some of the less obvious bugs I had a hand in helping maybe, but also so that gamers like me, or even little Timmy or little Sarah, playing these experience, everyone just has a good time, no issue, or at least the least minimal issue possible. It was something that I was able to really develop a new skill in. So when they suddenly announced that it was closing down, I was of course devastated, like several other people. My initial reaction was, no, please let this be a joke. No, all my hard work, all gone. But then I came to realize all our hard work really isn't gone. And I think when we come to realize that, even though it unfortunately came to a close essentially out of literal nowhere, and it was a good reason too, there's a whole lot of things like the NDAs being invalid and therefore the heart of the program just basically being gone. There was really no other way that it could go. But as reasonable as that is, it's never going to make it any less devastating, and some people are still kind of recovering from the craziness of it all, right? No, but I think when we realize that it's easy to say the hard work was for nothing, but when we realize that we did something really darn special and we were able to provide as many developers with a great resource while we had the opportunity, I think for lack of better terms, that means we did a pretty darn good job. And that's something that we can forever be proud of from wherever we go from here.
The sunsetting of the QA program is devastating to many players, especially to those developers who relied on this program for assistance. To many, it was an enjoyable pastime and a good way to help others. But for that small few who put their hopes and dreams into developing games, it's a tragedy. There's currently no easy and reliable way for developers to acquire any assistance in their development work on Roblox. Sadly, the program was noticing a drastic drop in activity, among many other factors that caused the shutdown. NDA applications were closed and all NDA tests came to a halt, almost entirely destroying the process of testing. The thing about the QA program, it wasn't just a program, it was a doorway. Multiple different community QA groups have been made by former testers, some of them even getting a decent amount of activity and testing sessions. While it's unlikely that these servers will thrive, it is astounding to see the dedication that all of these testers have about QA testing. Many friends and memories have been made through the program that will never be forgotten. The QA program truly lit a passion that many users didn't expect when simply volunteering time to testing. There's a spirit that comes with QA testing, the dedication to help and improve the experience for others. That spirit will never fade away.
We also want to introduce a special guest presenting Indo, who is the director of the public QA program. He would be throwing some light on the topic today.
Hey Roblox, it's Indo, the director and lead QA of the Roblox Public QA program, and today I'll be explaining why QA is great for Roblox and how the Roblox Public QA program can impact this industry. Firstly, QA is qualified testing and uses to test Roblox games, events, and many more. QA is significantly important and really does help developers and project managers for their games. Testers would most likely report bugs, glitches, or any sort of an issue that the game is struggling on, or just need the game tested for quality checks or gameplay. Roblox should definitely use QA as a result of developers less worrying about hiring their own, handling an alternative team, and having to buy testers, which I've earlier seen. This is why my program comes in, the Roblox Public QA program, which allows developers for their games to be voluntary tested. My program is directly in use of QA testing and no later topic included. We currently are helping Roblox developers, studios, Roblox accelerators, and companies for testing. We've so yet worked with so many people, I'd like to thank everyone. Not to mention, I'd love to thank my managers, AB Creator, Cold Vaults, and Garchly, and of course my program with all my amazing testers. If this continues, QA testing will grow on the platform, and myself and the team will ensure that this will go amazingly well and encourage others to help developers on the platform. That's pretty much it, and I'll see you in the metaverse.
Thank you all very much for attending today's event. We cannot express how thankful we are to the QA testers and all of you for attending today's event. We hope to see you again. Don't forget to check your inbox for a feedback form by Roblox. Adios.